Yo guys, welcome back. 刚刚我们结了法场，然后把小镇都血洗了，看看这回会怎么样。拉菲蒂尔把血从他脸上抹除了，wipe 刷走了，spat like he ate something full. He took his thing from fleeing with a squirrel. Man didn't know how to lose, didn't know how to say thank you either. 把队友救出来了。
You both left me there, and Kestrel, and now you're happy to see me?
Sometimes you have to decide which posse member should act in certain events. 忠诚点。No choose an option suggested by a certain posse member. That character earns. 我知道了，又要给人加。You're great. I'm sorry for that. 我靠，那肯定是 Flynn 了，哈。
Hi. Just wanted to thank you for believing in me.
We are all angry, right, dear? You did. Must have been pretty bad if you are wanted, even in Oregon. 这是俄勒冈州。How many places put on price on your note?
All of them. I jumped out the window at the same moment when you and Flynn vanished. Landed in a pile of snow. After I dug myself out, a rider in the distance saw me staggering around. Instead of helping me, he took off. Came back with a whole mob of men.
操！The member who falls in combat recovers 1 HP after the fight is over. Recover. Falls in combat recovers 1 HP after the fight is over. 死了，不是真正的死。Other characters keep the number of HP with which they finish the shootout. All wounds can be healed by visiting a surgeon. 拜访中尉，原来是这样。我还以为就直接死了呢。Still that very 我们是无敌的原来，哈。20块钱全部治愈，那没办法。This and charity 怎么办？20块钱，我们刚刚就得了20块钱，那就用掉吧。不用掉。Go for。看我们的背包。哎，这血条不很健康？我操！等会儿这老哥怎么死？要死？对，快死了。Laughing deer。我靠！别真死了，操！要不。Something wrong with me. Yo.
You really are something else, Jin. You're so goddamn blind to everything that's not under your control that you can't see shit. no
Oh
shadow.
fuck.
No one cares if you believe in a soul or not. The name doesn't matter. It's not just you. I feel strange too. I still have a shadow, but it's looking damn ragged. Whatever Mammon did to us in the ghost train, he hurt
No.
all of us.
No.
But you,
All of us. You.
and Kestrel, you
Yes.
got the worst of it. When it comes to shadows, you lost it all. You're an asshole, Jin. Always have been. And Kestrel had
Ha.
a gentle heart. Something raw and true inside. Nothing you'd understand. I don't know why my first instinct was to save you. But here we are, alone 1,000 miles from where we started, in the middle of freak winter in June. And I'm stuck
什么
not with him,
？In June。
but with you.
我操，俄勒冈州怎么这么神奇？我操！真的吗 ？Toast to plain whiskey。废掉一瓶 whisky。
Hey, just wanted to thank you for believing in me.
Toast to Kestrel, the sharpest and quickest shot in the hard west.
老铁，很 tiny， 升级了。哦，分 is accomplice 是跟从的人，还有这是同伴，这是 ally 盟军，这是合伙人，这是朋友。呵。
What else you want to know, Jin? I already told you I was raised in an orphanage. I skipped that and I grew up on the streets of Mornwood till I joined up with the circus that came through town. That's where you and Kestrel found me. And that's it. I never knew my parents. The sisters at the orphanage told me that a lone man in tattered clothes and a haunted face left me on their doorstep. They say that was my father, and I have a feeling that wherever these powers of mine come from, they came to me through him. So, I'll find him one day, you know? When we're all done with this, I'll find him. The orphanage was hell on earth. I swear, those nuns were worse than Mammon's demons. They used to beat up us kids, starve us, lock us up for days. When strange things, you know, started to happen around me, not a day went by when they didn't threaten to burn me as a witch. You want to know how I escaped the orphanage? I burned it, straight to the goddamn ground. I started a fire and ran off in all the chaos. I was barely a teen then, but I still hear the screams of those habit-wearing bitches. I hope some of the other kids got free too. But I don't regret that one damn bit.
哦，真的狂野，神奇。完了，这集估计就剩谈话。
I jumped out the window at the same moment when you and Flynn vanished. Landed in a pile of snow. After I dug myself out, a rider in the distance saw me staggering around. Instead of helping me, he took off. Came back later with a whole mob of men.
哦天哪！哎，
Something is deeply wrong with you if you think you can just casually ask me about my past. Riding together, even killing together, does not give you that right. Even if I wanted to share my story with you, you could not possibly understand it. You are a stubborn one. Fine. I will speak. I come from the people of the Great Plains. Once, we were free. The horizon was ours. And we belonged to the earth and the sky. Everything was in harmony for generations untold. And then your people came. Something is deeply wrong with you if you think you can just casually ask me about my past. Riding together, even killing together, does not give you that right. Even if I wanted to share my story,
哇，有点像 Van 这
you
个，
could
哎
not，possibly understand it.
他可能是印第安人或者说 Native Americans， 怎么不太像白人看起来，神奇。
You are a stubborn one. Fine. I will speak.
Are you out of your goddamn mind? We don't even know what is he.
Is he？ 啊，
Back in my breathing days, folks called me Old Man Bill. I've seen everything,
这
done everything the West has to offer.
西部
I've been an outlaw,
法外狂徒、盗贼、警长、
hell, even
赏
an
金猎
exorcist
人
for a while. And now I'm this, whatever this is.
叫什么 EXOR，这个驱魔人，驱魔的人叫 Exorcist， 哦 ，Exorcist， 好吧，
After I retired, I lived on this here farm with my wife and my son. For the longest period of my life, I found peace. But it didn't last. One day, an old enemy of mine showed up at my door, determined to cross me off his list of debts to be paid. I killed 7 of his men before the last 3 wrestled me down and held me tight. Then he drew his gun and put me down like a dog.
No，
One day, I just woke up in that pine box buried in my yard. At first, I thought I'd been dreaming. I remembered this vision of a train of death, driven by the devil himself and chugging its way straight to hell. When he spotted me, he started to laugh. Laughed so hard, he woke me up. I don't know how long I was down there. An hour, a day, a week. The next thing I remember was the sounds of shovels, of you digging, and then I broke through.
哼，就是说他的对头找上门来，然后把他埋了啊，哼，好吧，好吧。
I'm afraid so, miss. I got no pulse. I don't need to breathe. My insides have rotted away.
Rotten
No more
away.
than dust and bone. Yet, I feel this strange power in me. I don't feel the pains from growing old anymore. I don't feel much at all. Everything seems gray, and the world tastes like ashes. Yet here I am. I linger on.
I linger on， 好吧，
I ain't proud of my past, Carter. I roamed around the whole hard West like my boots were always itching to move. Never settled down. At least not until that farm at the end. It's a hell of a tale. But I need to think some about how I want to tell it. In my outlaw days, I ran with this gang called the Cardinals. Oh, Bloodiest damn gang in the hard west. I was young and stupid and just fucking despicable. And I loved every minute of it. To hold the gun on someone and know you have their life on the tip of your fingers, it's exhilarating.
Yo. Exhilarating， exhilarating， 哦，就是这个单词 exhilar， 一个 exhilarating， 好吧，愉快的，令人感到愉快的 exhilarating， 来吧，继续，我们接下来该回去了吧 ？That's all。哦。之前还有个词叫 linger， 有 linger 叫徘徊，徘徊苟延残喘，磨蹭，行吧。We set up a camp and gathered around the fire. We could hear the wind howling around us like a heartbroken banshee. Even our horses huddled together. 哦，就是萤火吧。这什么？这地图我靠！我们也没走多远，就这么多剧情，看来很紧凑。Inventory Game Rule Keep Inventory True。这操，这是没血了，操！我花20块钱可以回30点血，我花20块钱。还有卡片。我这村没这店了，或者说我买点小药吧。Partners, how can I help you on this fine day? Who's the man on the wanted poster? This, what's that about? It is the previous owner of this store. 我操啊 ！Sir, he had a deal with Richie.Who let him overcharge the townsfolk for a share in the floors. But now that Richie is dead, the scoundrel absconded with his ill-gotten gains, and the store's goods too. Afraid of his neighbor's wrath, most likely. 现在不是他的了。不 let him overcharge。好吧，可能跟钱有点关系。支线任务。Hence the bounty, bring him back to Boomtown, and we'll pay you $40, double that, if you bring the goods back to. 太好了！我操，我们正需要钱呢。Not everything in heart must be served on a silver platter. Sometimes you must track down your target by searching the map for the right trip. The mountain pass in the southeast. 东南。哇，黑心老板，我操！你卖这么贵，不卖点吃的？1000。新的支线任务。inventory。我们自己的那个不是说获得了一点吃的吗？我操，吃的没了 ，fuck。consumable 就剩炸药 ，whisky。咱们总能挣，还是救一下命。 Much obliged, Doctor. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope we never see you again. 哈，OB OHE， 这叫什么？操！oblige 迫使，非常帮我 much 受到你帮了我们很多，就这个意思。much obliged, Doc。那接下来的任务是 check the train station， 检查列车站 ，find a way out of the valley。这里有点变化了，可能雪不再那么封路了。欢迎按赞、订阅、分享。这集读了一期的这个文本，我操，都快累死了。我操，哎，这边其实可以过去，下一期再继续探索。这边就是那个魔法列车的那个遗迹，你看，我操！按赞、订阅、分享，按赞、订阅、分享，让我们优秀的，不知道优不优，让我们好玩的视频让更多人看到，发给更多人。我也不想这样，那你这个，你们不发的话，就确实就是没人看啊，就游戏就是这么玩的，这个视频平台流媒体也是这种状况。Oh shit！ 那么结束就在，不如结束就在。